What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to talk about AMC, GME as well as the broader market. After that we're going to check the option flow for all three of them. So today AMC was up for 13.58% for the day. It had a high of $22.35. The average volume on AMC is around 46.83 million, but today's volume was around 169.50 million. Wow, that's amazing. That's more than the double volume that we experienced today in AMC, but still the price didn't go up significantly. Now, this tells that the markets are definitely rigged because it's all about supply and demand. If there is a lot of demand in the market for a certain stock, the price should go up significantly, but it didn't go up the way we were expecting in the pre-market. I can show you many certain other stocks which are basically not even getting the average volume and they are still going in an upward momentum, which indicates a lot that at the end of the day, the market maker decides where the stock market is going to head, if they want the market to go up or they want the market to go down. Now let's come over to the GME. GME was up for 14.50% for the day. It had a high of $150.93. The average volume on GME is around 3.62 million, but today's volume was around 24.54 million. So you can imagine this is more than 3 to 4 times the volume of what we experience in GME. That tells the whole story. The retail sentiment is there towards the stock. Now, what do I think about the uptrend that we experienced today in the market? I personally believe we might experience a little bit more upward momentum into GME as well as AMC. I personally believe this is not over yet. We might experience some sort of a upward momentum tomorrow as well in the market in both AMC as well as GME, because the amount of volume that was coming into these two stock was definitely out of control. Now, this kind of a volumes that are coming in the stock doesn't fades away just like that. It's going to have some sort of a green day tomorrow as well. Now let's come over to the SPY. Now SPY was down for 1.29% for the day. It had a high of $448.49. Now, as we know, the 52 weeks high has been $479.98, and we are almost getting close to the all-time high onto the SPY, which doesn't make any sense according to the current scenario that we are having around the world. The inflation is up, there is a war in Ukraine, and the COVID is still on the rise. Now we experience a little bit of slight pullback, 1.29% for the day. And this kind of a slight pullback is not a big deal. But the main thing is the coincidence between AMC, GME, as well as the broader market is just the same as it was in the past. As soon as AMC and GME start going up, the broader market goes down. Now let's have a look at the options flow for AMC. Now, by looking at the option flow for AMC, definitely the flow completely changed today onwards. There were a lot of call buying happening, but I would say majority are still on to the downside. Individuals are buying puts. As we can see, the put volume is higher than the call volume over here, and the put premium are higher than as compared to the call volume. And today, put to call ratio was almost 50-50. There was nothing going down towards one side. There was this bet for $19 put option that's going to expire in 21 days. This individual is buying 1,859 contract and he's paying $376,000 for it. There was another one for $19 put that's going to expire in 21 days and he's buying 2,000 contracts and he's paying $402,000 for this trade to go into his favor. Now the thing comes down to this is that these kind of bets could be extremely risky, but these individuals definitely can afford this kind of money. With just in my personal experience, I think it's a very risky bet. I personally believe that the stock will go up a little bit more tomorrow as well. And there was nothing else suspicious coming out of the options flow for AMC. I can say that definitely there is a big control from the market maker onto these two stocks as well as the broader market. I'm pretty sure if the AMC and GME was not going up today, there would be a green day. Now let's come over to the options flow for GME. Now by looking at the options flow for GME, I can tell you very clearly majority of them were on to the upside for the stock. Now when we have a look at what's happening in the flow, you can see there was 70% of call buying and only 30% of put buying happening today in GME. Now, the individual investors were buying a huge amount of call options on GME As we can see these trades coming in, these are all mini whales and they are putting a huge amount of money towards the upside of the stock. But I would say the big money is still onto the downside. There was this trade of $150 put option that's going to expire in 21 days, and this individual is buying 1,000 contracts and he's paying $2.2 million for it. That indicates that the whales are onto the downside, but majority of the mini whales are betting that the GME is going to go a little bit more further up. As you can see, there were a lot of trade that came in which were onto the put side that's going to expire in 1 days, and these people are putting a huge amount of money that the GameStop is going to go down tomorrow. But I personally believe that we might experience a little bit of green. Now this kind of a trading is a very risky sort of a trading. They bought this option when the stock price was around $140.65, and we are at close at $142.26. That's a very risky bet these individuals are playing, but they are all betting that the GME is going to go down from tomorrow onwards. The rest, there was nothing suspicious coming out of the options flow for the GME. Now let's come over to the options flow for the SPY. Now by looking at the options flow for the SPY, I can tell you majority of the males are still on to the downside and they are expecting SPY is going to go down from here onwards. As you can see, there were few bets that came in and there were these huge contracts these individuals are buying. There was this $350 put option that's going to expire in 85 days, and this individual is paying $1.1 million for it. He's buying 5,000 contracts. And there was these two bets as well. $420 put option is going to expire in 21 days. This individual is paying $2.1 million for it, and he's buying 7,700 contracts for it. There was another one for $435 that's going to expire in another 7 days, and he's paying $1.3 million, and he's buying 5,745 contracts. And there was this another one, the huge one, that is $400 put option that's going to expire in 21 days. He's buying 14,730 contracts and he's paying $1.9 million for it. So we can see clearly that these individuals are on to the downside for the SPY. There were few call options coming in as well. But for me, I personally believe that we might experience a little bit of downside into the SPY now. So thanks for watching my video. Please like and subscribe my channel, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers.